Hey, what's going on guys, and Merry Christmas to you all. For this series I talk about movie productions, characters and what I like about them. And I thought it would be a good time to do a trilogy starring Tim Allen as the Santa Claus. Steve Rubik and Leo Buvanetti have written the script. In November 1992, Hollywood Pictures had acquired the script as a potential starring vehicle for Tim Allen was announced. The movie was filmed at Raleigh Studios in Hollywood, California, and in the greater Toronto area, with Oakville serving as the city of Lakeside, Illinois. They used reindeers from Toronto Zoo. The trains used in the North Pole scene and the start of the film were all made by LGB. The crazy thing is, the title of the movie, spelling, a lot of people thought the clause spelled with an E for years, but eventually they realised how it really spelt. Tim Allen, who I've known as Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story films, plays Scott Calvin, aka Santa Claus, who was a toy company executive who met with Santa Claus and accidentally got him killed by giving him a fright on a slippery roof and fall to his death.
Hey you! What's that? Whoa, whoa!
So Scott ends up taking his place as a new Santa and became the King of the North Pole, delivering presents to good children on Christmas Eve. And I thought he's brilliant. So memorable and inspiring piece of casting. Bill Murray and Chevy Chase got offered for the part, but they turned it down. The other actors were considered for the role are Tom Selleck, Robin Williams, Tom Hanks and Mel Gibson. Eric Lloyd plays Charlie Calvin, the son of Scott and Laura. He really gives off brilliant performance from the first movie as a little kid, and later as he grows up. Wendy Crewson plays Laura Miller, the mother of Charlie, and she's the ex-wife of Scott. She does a great job playing a mum who's concerned over her son during crisis and does anything to protect him. Judge Reinhold plays Neil Miller, who works as a psychiatrist and married to Laura Miller and became Charlie's stepdad, who had to stop Charlie believing that his dad is Santa Claus. He does a great job as well. David Krumholtz plays Bernard, a head elf. I really love him, he's canny. He does what he does to get Scott to accept that he's Santa and getting things done.
No, not Santa Claus the person, Santa Claus the clause.
What? It's Santa's job, but Santa fell off the roof. Your roof. You read the card, you put on a suit that clearly falls under the Santa Claus, and now you're Santa, okay?
Paige Tameda plays Judy, a 12,000-year-old elf who apparently makes a good hot chocolate. She's great as Judy, and I love the James Bond reference.
Not too hot, extra chocolate, shaken, not stirred.
Larry Bradenberg plays Nunzio, he's great too. Mary Gross plays Miss Daniels, a teacher who loves her job and doesn't like anyone using the word stupid and elves. I really love that performance.
Do you make the toys?
No, stupid, the elves do.
Bobby, we don't say stupid.
Peter Boyle plays Mr. Whittle, the owner of the B&R toy company. He's great too. Peter later played Father Time in the sequels. Steve Luchesco plays Santa the 17th, who was the Santa until, as I've already mentioned, fell to his death from the roof and replaced by Scott. But of course the character in the Santa Claus's TV show is played by Jim O'Hare. It's a brilliant concept. Melissa King plays Sarah, who met Scott as Santa during her childhood.
How come your clothes are so baggy?
Because Santa is watching his saturated fats. Shut your eyes.
And Casey Wilson plays the adult version of the TV show, which is so cool. I like her chemistry with Scott.
I think the milk's a little sour.
Frank Welker voiced Comus the reindeer, a very talented voice actor. I love the fact that it's made by Disney, especially in the 90s, as they do very nice Christmas films. The effects are so good for its time, and I really love the sets and the direction by John Pasquin, very inspiring. It's so nostalgia during the street where they played Carol of the Bells. And it's so funny when Scott pretends there's a traffic jam and shouts at the road to make him look tough.
I ran real late today. You wouldn't believe the traffic out here. Yeah, same to you!
Also, when Charlie stays with him, he's having to use his fire extinguisher on the oven. I love the fact that it kept playing I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas in different scenes.
And Mama on her kerchief.
For a Christmas, you can certainly get away with it.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white.
When Santa disappeared from his suit, and Scott believing he's naked somewhere.
No!
He's naked somewhere.
You can put on the suit like the card said.
If it was true.
He's naked somewhere.
So long, suckers! Oh, it's freezing! So all of a sudden, for Scott, he's having to finish the job for Santa, and I can imagine that must be so exhausting, especially if you're doing every houses in the world.
Okay, I'm okay.
Look! We're flying!
It's okay, I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s.
And I love the bit where Charlie points out that Scott Calvin and Santa Claus have the same initials written on his pajamas.
Santa Claus. Hey, same initials as your name, Dad. Scott Calvin.
I don't even wear pajamas. Normally I sleep naked. Buck naked. Ah! Morning, Mr. McGloin. Very Catherine.
Or maybe sometimes boxer shorts. Plus for a moment I thought he said,
Normally I sleep naked. Buck naked. Ah!
it's crazy how you can get away with it in a Universal rating movie.
Thank you, Charlie.
My dad is Santa Claus.
Oh boy.
So at the Parents' Day at School scene, you can actually see an elf in the background, which is why he isn't laughing, considering he knows that Charlie is telling the truth. Also, he's got pointy ears like the elves. It is pretty funny the way Scott holds the doll while talking to the head.
The reason we're here is that this is far more serious than a boy believing or not believing in Santa Claus.
I don't have time for this.
Ridiculous.
And also when Charlie takes the high ground and asking Neil the questions back.
Have you ever seen a reindeer fly?
Yes.
Well, I haven't.
Have you ever seen $1 million?
When Scott grew a beard, I always thought that he looked a bit like Noel Edmonds. And Scott admitted that he's in trouble and saying, It was pretty funny.
I'm in big trouble.
Absolutely Santification.
It's the list.
And poor Scott, his life is changing. He can't shave. Woman rejected him.
Veronica, very nice.
In your dreams, Playboy.
And worst of all, he got suspended from seeing Charlie.
All of your visitation rights are suspended, pending a hearing after the first of the year.
So Charlie does his very best to get his dad realise who he is now and accepting it. The dance is so iconic with the, So after Scott gets arrested, we get a hilarious interrogation scene where he's not admitting his real name.
I say name, you say Scott Calvin. Name,
Kris Kringle.
name,
Santa Claus. Père Noël. Babo Natale. Père Nicole.
Papa Gijo.
Okay, Calvin.
And luckily he's rescued by the police elves with attitude.
Untie me! I mean it!
Laura finally accepts who Scott is now.
You really are Santa Claus.
Pretty cool, huh?
And it's a great ending for the first movie. It's a brilliant film. Like I said, Disney really pulls off making Christmas films. They add magic to it, and there's always something magical about Disney and Christmas combined phenomenally well. The movie is enjoyable and a success, so of course the sequels happened. Coming up next is The Santa Claus 2. so Scott needs to find someone to marry to get her to be Mrs. Claus before the time runs out. So the Disney announced that sequels is happening, and moving forward, Don Reimer wrote the script where the North Pole is operating at maximum efficiency until Santa is confronted with the challenge of balancing work and personal life. Cinque Paul and Ken Denorio were hired by Disney in April 2001 to write another script for the sequel. The movie was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, and Mammoth Studios in Burnaby. When the teaser trailer came out, the movie was called Santa Claus 2: The Escape Clause and set to be released on 21st of November 2001. However, it came out in 2002 and a subtitle was dropped until the third movie. Those casts returned. Tim Allen got to play an evil plastic Santa Claus where he starts off funny and eccentric. The hot chocolate scene was pretty funny.
Whoa! Oh!
You can tell he's really enjoying it, but when he became evil, putting every kid on the naughty list, even though they haven't done anything wrong, he became scarier.
Beautiful, high quality, yet low sulfur variety of coal!
Peter Boyle, who previously played Mr. Whittle in the first movie and the sequels, he played Father Time, a personification of time. In very recent times he's often depicted as an old bearded man, sometimes with wings, dressed in a robe and carrying a skith and an hourglass or other timekeeping device. He's a member of the Council of Legendary Figures. Great performance. Comet is later voiced by Bob Bergen. I really like Comet.
Hey! I've got something for you.
Elizabeth Mitchell plays Carol Newman Calvin, who was the school head teacher, nearly suspended Charlie due to his bad behaviour. She later married Scott and became Mrs. Claus, and I think she does a great job. She has great chemistry with Tim Allen. Spencer Breslin plays Curtis, an elf and second in command of elves. He's canny. Plus I've known the actor as Conrad from the Cat in the Hat movie. He was really good in there as well. Asia Tyler plays Mother Nature, the ruler of all nature and part of the Council of Legendary Figures. I really like her. She plays a great performance. Liliana Mummy plays Lucy Miller, the daughter of Laura and Neil Miller, Scott's honorary niece. She's great too, as she is in Cheaper by the Dozen movies, and as Myrtle Edmonds in Lilo and Stitch franchise. Jay Thomas plays Easter Bunny, who's known to be a rabbit who delivers Easter egg. He's great too. He's later played by Tracy Morgan in the TV show, as Jay Thomas sadly passed away. Kevin Rolock plays Cupid, the god of desire, erotic love, attraction and affection. He's brilliant as well. Ars Lafleur plays the Tooth Fairy, a figure from childhood who takes a tooth from under the pillow and replaces it with a coin. I love his performance, especially with Scott Calvin, as it's really entertaining. Michael Dorn plays Sandman, known as Flint Marko, who's the enemy of Spider-Man, who has the power to control anything made of sand. Oh, no, sorry, wrong character, as well as the wrong universe. Try again. Michael Dorn plays Sandman, who's a mythical character who puts people to sleep and giving them amazing dreams. He's absolutely brilliant. I really love the scene where member of the Council of Legendary Figures sit around and chatting.
Charlie.
Oh, I love Charlie.
Great kid.
Good boy.
Sweet kid.
Good teeth.
I honestly love that scene. They're just so like people who have a cigarette and pint of beer and just sit around and chatting away at the pub or anything like that.
Oh, I love Charlie.
Great kid.
Good boy.
Sweet kid.
Good teeth.
I don't know how they did it, but they certainly pulled it off. Danielle Woodman plays Abby, an elf who gives Scott hot chocolate, who apparently replaced Judy. And funny thing is, I actually thought that was Judy when I first saw the movie, as they do look alike. Good resemblance. Alexandra Purvis plays Danielle, Charlie's then girlfriend, who is pretty naughty with Charlie, graffitiing the school and throwing snowballs at windows. Molly Shannon plays Tracy, who's a friend of Laura, who is set up on the date with Scott, as he needed someone to marry because of the contract. Tracy loves Christmas, creative people, and country western musics.
Blocking.
Oh.
Put up a tree.
So she gets up in the restaurant, singing pretty loud, making a scene, causing people looking at her.
Man.
Scott admitted that scared him. So Tracy left as she thinks Scott can't support a woman's ambition.
I don't think there's any reason to continue this date.
There's great casting, effects is so good for its time. I do feel like it's a breath of fresh air, and there's some cool gadgets that North Pole has. I love the argument between Bernard and Curtis over one mistake.
In the history of Christmas!
Wow. One mistake in 900 years.
Plastic Santa has some butt shots like the opening scene from Batman and Robin. He really pulls off the smiling as he nods his head. There's great moments with Scott and Carol at the sleigh.
What?
And there's a great scene where Scott gives people presents at Christmas party and played the song that I first heard from Home Alone.
Say the word that we've all been longing to hear. Fire!
This is Tosser Cross. I used to love this when I was a kid.
The toy soldiers were pretty badass.
Trust me! Don't let him ruin Christmas!
Thank you for the...
When Scott told Carol the truth, she felt that she was being teased, so she makes him leave.
I'm Santa Claus. I deliver gifts all over the world in a sleigh pulled by reindeer. I go down chimneys.
But luckily, Charlie managed to convince her with the special snow globe.
Okay. Go ahead. My dad is Santa.
Oh, please, Charlie, not you too.
Hold on.
I love the fact that Plastic Santa quoted Buzz Lightyear from the first Toy Story movie that was also voiced by Tim Allen. Yeah, I can really see the inside joke.
Oh! You are a sad, strange little man.
I wonder Scott has the plastic version's pity. In the end, the Plastic Santa is stopped and toy soldiers are defeated by silly strings. Scott and Carol gets married.
I can take it from here. Santa was always there for you. And occasionally...
Charlie's tooth grows back. And Santa delivers the presents.
So it begins. Boys, we've got some toys to deliver. Ha!
Ho ho! Yeah! The heck are we doing out here?
I think this is a fantastic movie, and I would say it is the best Tim Allen Santa Claus movie. Coming up next with Jack Frost as the main villain, and that is the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. A story where Jack Frost alternated the timeline, where he's the Santa Claus instead of Scott. So Scott had to find a way to reverse it. So the movie was filmed in Downey Studios in Downey, California. Ellsberg Village was shot on stage 1, and the suburban scenes being shot on the studio's backlot. Those actors reprised the role. Martin Short plays Jack Frost, the legendary figure who's behind all the frost, ice, snow, sleet, winter, and freezing cold. He was part of the Council of Legendary Figures, but he rarely shows up at the meetings. He's pretty much the villain of the movie. And I thought Martin is fantastic as Jack Frost. One of the greatest things about the movie. Alan Arkin and Anne Margaret plays Bud and Sylvia Newman, the parents of Carol. I really love those guys. Abigail Breslin plays Trish. In real life, she's Spencer Breslin's sister. Spencer's the one who played Curtis the Elf. The casts are brilliant. There's some good effects and creativity there. So Jack Frost gets punished because he broke the code of conduct.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Jack, you are hereby charged with 273 counts of attempted upstaging of Santa Claus.
But he believes it's because of his good luck, so he begs Santa for one last chance and work for him.
Excuse me. Did you just accuse me of being skillful and delicious?
Oh, please.
Guilty as charged.
Frost.
In this story, Scott, aka Santa Claus, has got a lot going on. His wife is pregnant. He tries to get along with his wife's parents. And you've also got the Jack Frost issue, pretty chilling. The reindeer fart is pretty funny. How can Santa's sleigh fly through the air? You would too if you were pulled by the flying reindeer. So Jack Frost caused a lot of chaos for Scott by damaging the machines in North Pole, which damaged Carol's Christmas star. She was devastated, her parents fell out with Scott, and it is a really emotional scene.
You wish you'd never become Santa at all?
I wish I'd never become Santa.
At all?
Even Scott wished he wasn't Santa, but he didn't realise that Frost has a globe. So he went back in time, and on the night where Santa fell to his death from the roof, and only this time, Frost puts on the Santa's coat and became the Santa Claus. I really love the idea of the what if timeline. And it goes to 12 years later, where Scott works as a CEO for his workplace, his family not liking him because he's never there for Charlie, and Charlie doesn't want to accept Neil as his dad, so that caused a divorce for Laura and Neil. And even bizarre is that Frost turns the North Pole into a theme park.
Start spreading the news by jet or by sleigh.
The elves were miserable, and the reindeers are confined into a petting zoo, and the parents can pay for their kids to be on the nice list, which caused a lot of problems on Christmas.
North Pole, come see the snowman up where no man's without a tree.
In the end, Scott got Lucy to fetch the snow globe. Plays a recording of Frost saying, "I wish I'd never been Santa at all," from a novelty North Pole pen that Frost gave to him.
I wish I'd never been Santa at all.
Now who said that? Rudolph? Rudolph's...
As a result, back into 1994, Scott restrained Jack, and his past self got the coat on.
How do I look? Nice?
And you're too late.
So we're back onto the original timeline, going back to the future. As Neil and Laura were frozen by Jack.
This isn't funny. Unfreeze the parents right now.
No way, Claus. I can't unfreeze them without unfreezing myself.
It was pretty interesting that Lucy gave Jack a warm hug, a magic hug as we speak.
Wait! Hey, what's she inside?
To unfreeze Jack, Laura and Neil are unfrozen as well. The movie ended nicely as Carol gave birth to her and Scott's son, Buddy Calvin.
There's a special kind of feeling in the air. It only happens at this time of year.
There's a lot to like and pretty Christmassy. 16 years later, there's a TV show taking place after the third movie, The Santa Clauses. So yeah, they announced January 2022 for a sequel with Tim Allen working as an executive producer with the title Clauses. Added Jack Burdett serves as a showrunner and executive producer, while Jason Winner is a director in addition to serving as an executive producer, and the show streams on Disney+. On November the 16th, 2022, Austin Kane plays Buddy Calvin Claus. Elizabeth Allen Dick, Tim Allen's real-life daughter, plays Sandra Calvin Claus, the children of Scott and Carol. It tells a story that during Scott's birthday, he realises he can't be Santa forever, so he could retire and find a new replacement. Thanks for watching, people. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.
I don't remember eating that.